play and talk. Oh, whoops, forgot to change the
silence was freshening.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome to Play and Talk. I'm Ronnoc, this is Shadowhawk, and Silicon Tithe. Welcome. Welcome.
Hello.
Hiya. Oh, god damn, it's been a long time since we last Play and Talk. It's like a month, I think. A month. And funny enough, we still have plenty of things to talk about. Ooh, like the Star Wars Squadron thing for Star Wars. That's cool. Silicon, you're up.
Yeah,
Silicon, press Y.
Oh, yeah.
You were saying?
Yeah, when I saw the announcement of it, definitely was really looking forward to it. I just find it funny that on both PlayStation and Xbox, the game was leaked, though, just having at different phases. PlayStation leaked it before its title was even officially confirmed, and then Xbox basically released it like a few hours before EA Star Wars decided to tweet it out.
Oh, that sounds like a weird accident.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering. Like,
Quote-unquote
well, especially for the PlayStation guys, I'm like, how did you have it early enough to where you had the project name?
I put the time in. I've earned my stripes.
Yeah, I didn't even know that they can read.
Woof! Nice.
I'm not sure I understand the joke.
I'm just making fun of PlayStation.
Speaking of PlayStation, they've released a bunch of stuff for like the standalone expansion thing for where you play as Miles Morales.
Insomniac confirmed it's actually its own separate game. It seems there was just a lot of confusion from various sources as to what it was. But Insomniac confirmed on Twitter it's its own standalone game.
In addition, there's going to be a remastered version of Demon's Souls for the PS5.
Never played Demon's Souls, so can't say it really appealed to me.
My brother kind of does, I think.
Yeah, Demon's Souls is pretty fun. And it's not harder than Dark Souls, you fucking weebs. The mechanics are more wonky, because it was the first time doing something like that. And you guys hadn't built up your skill level. The first one.
Has anybody seen the reviews for The Last of Us Part 2? It's been getting some...
I have not, because I don't own a PlayStation, so it felt like it would be kind of a waste of time for me to look up the reviews for a game I'm probably never going to play, just because I don't have a PlayStation, and I'm sure as hell not going to be having a PlayStation 5 right at launch anyway.
Yeah. Not sure if I would...
But Demon's Souls...
Yeah, Demon's
So
Souls.
it's just like a case of like not really sure like I'd be able to play it anytime soon. But I've only heard bits and pieces about it, mainly just from people who responded in the negatory of like they didn't like that it had the hyper bleak sort of storytelling going with it. And it's just that just from what I've been told of it. And just that I think it was one of the writers of the game, but I wasn't sure if it actually was. Kind of making an ass of himself by saying it was the Schindler's List of the gaming medium, which is like,
it's not the writer of the game.
That's like really fucking extra.
Yeah,
like,
that's a reviewer,
far.
not a
writer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw some people say he was a writer for it, which is why I was, which is like, oh, okay, so he is. That's why I saw people saying in the comments, so I just took their word for it.
Nah, he's just a reviewer who made just... not entirely sure I would go with...
I don't know, it's just, I just dislike when people feel the need that, especially like finding in the realm of gaming in general, where it seems very often that a lot of writers still have this obsession or sort of imposter syndrome to where they feel like their best works have to be able to be compared to whatever some big movie ended up being named for. And I'm just like something on its own merits rather than how it compares to then. Because I can promise you, the movies that are super beloved, really most of them got that over time and not immediately.
Like The Thing. No, really.
Even a lot of other films, though. Well, yeah, pretty much most of horror is a shining example of movies that pretty much got the love that they did way after those movies.
Yeah, fun fact, that also happened to the Shining. I'm not kidding. That actually happened to The Shining. It got like...
with how fucking beloved it is, you would think that nobody disliked it.
You were saying...
Another reason why they need to stop fucking trying to be movies is, you know, we want to play a fucking game. not watch 6 hours of cutscenes.
Like Metal Gear Solid 4.
I don't mind that, though. If it's in the design, though, then fine. I don't really mind doing so. But it just seems that regardless of how any given designer or writer of games writes them, it often has this sense to where they feel like if it doesn't have a cinematic experience, though, then they feel as if, though, it's essentially inferior to it, which I think is limiting, because as games are a different medium, they should be also written like a different medium.
Ooh, nice! I got some good stuff.
So hence why it's kind of just like, yeah, that whole thing of Schindler's List just felt very extra. Although there was one type of comment that I didn't like seeing, which was just like, well, nobody's going to really be talking about this 6 months later.
Oh, it's from Alexandra Alexandra. It's like,
I honestly don't like that kind of viewpoint, because I see this whenever people say for this or that movie, which is like, it's not going to be talked about later. Most movies that are beloved don't get mentioned major on, though. Alfred Hitchcock is one of the most beloved filmmakers ever. I seldomly hear anyone talk about his movies that's not in a sort of educational capacity. Same for basically a lot of others, like The Godfather. I pretty much never hear anyone talk about it outside of maybe making a comment of, "Oh yeah, I really like the first two movies."
The exceptions I hear for the most part, recently, I'm talking about recently, are like Marvel movies and Star Wars.
But the movies you hear that are talked about mostly today are really films that have some sort of relevance to today. Marvel pretty much is majorly influencing how movies are made, so therefore, obviously, its movies are going to be talked about. Star Wars is still a big cultural thing, and it's probably one of the few things that even when it had sort of hiatuses and how it did things, like that huge break between 83 and 99, where there wasn't really any major content for out of there besides some novels that came out,
and the Clone Wars cartoons,
the Empire series,
and the Clone Wars cartoons.
Really,
don't forget
Star
that.
Wars is more of an exception to that rule, though, and I think really just because it's sort of just something that a lot of people grew up with, and therefore just talked about a lot. But most things, even a lot of beloved films, really don't have that treatment to where it's just someone like, oh yeah, it's a favorite movie of mine, and then it's just kind of left as that.
Are we being shot at?
What?
There were bullets. Was one of you two firing the gun at the ground, or are we being shot at?
No, that was his grapple. Yeah, that's just things from that, though. And yeah, it's just I haven't seen it, but yeah, I could see why people would be very annoyed at the grimdark aesthetic, though. And at least his tweet in particular kind of had the air that someone not liking it, therefore, is only into so-called childish or light-hearted stuff.
He likes John Wick,
which is always
he made a pretty negative comment about like John Wick, like.
Which is still a dumb comment. Like, for as I said in like the Discord as a personal example, like I admitted that when Dunkirk came out, I saw it with some friends over, I think it was like a Saturday, and honestly, I was really bored of the movie. I could not care less for it, but I didn't care that people enjoyed it, though. But I saw a lot of people, to where anyone who even remotely who would have said the same thing as me, I didn't post it, but people who share stuff like mine were like, yeah, I didn't really care for it. It was just kind of boring. And then they were just like, oh, don't worry, the next Transformers movie will be out soon. As if that means I must love those movies because I didn't care for Dunkirk.
I was mainly disappointed with Dunkirk that it wasn't, you know, some kind of autobiography by William Shatner.
I mean, it's just that it just didn't do anything for me.
Come on,
It's
that
just
was
that.
an excellent pun. He's Dunkirk.
Helmet here. Level
Okay, now.
Right.
Yeah,
That took me a
that
bit. I was
was
like,
good, though.
what?
Yeah. It's just that that's how it was for me, and no, it wasn't that the reason I found it boring wasn't because there wasn't constant action. There was plenty of action in the film, but it's just that I didn't really care what was going on, though. It just didn't really feel any different to me than other World War II movies I saw. But I was like, whatever. There's a lot of people who love it. Let them love it.
Whoa.
I'm not going to give a shit.
Which one's looking? Whoa,
I was
okay.
pointing out threats that are this way. So yeah, it was just things like that, though, and it's just like, yeah, dude, like, you're just being way too extra for no reason whatsoever.
Ah, damn it.
Oh shit, someone behind.
With the charge
Damn
rifle.
it! He had like one shot on me and I was killed.
That's the charge rifle with select fire.
I
With
see.
what fire?
The select fire. I'm
Wait,
like
wait,
looking. I'm like
What
looking through some of the news. Oh, new expansion for Destiny 2. Called Beyond Light, where basically you can wield the darkness against, well, the darkness. This is kind of neat.
Yeah. Now you can cast darkness at the magic missile.
If you don't get Shadowhawk, it's from like this old, pretty old video about D&D. I cast magic missile at the darkness. That sort of thing.
Like, I cast magic missile. There's nothing around. You're in a dark cave. And I cast magic missile at the darkness. Like, okay, I get. Apparently we're playing Dragon's Dogma here. And to explain that one, Dragon's Dogma at night was very, very dark because there was no moon or any other source of light. And so frequently you'd have, if you're playing a caster, you would just be casting the basic fire spell off into the distance, is basically like so you could see. Because your lantern didn't illuminate too much.
One of the things I said to that guy anyway was like, there's a reason why people go out to see Star Wars and Marvel movies. There's a reason why people have been praising She-Ra left and right. Well, I need to play.
Nobody likes misery porn.
Yes, nobody likes misery porn.
No. Misery porn is fine for movies. It's not fine for games. Because misery porn for movies, we should go, oh, this
Listen,
is
I've been
a
training
city.
all day, so it's about time we do some
I was
fighting.
pressing, like, oh, this is why, because you took lifeline.
Yeah, there's a challenge for a
Wait, no.
lifeline.
So do I. That's why I was trying to do it.
All right.
Oh, well, at least it put me to Mirage. But,
Yeah,
you know,
why do you
misery porn
why
for-
do you not mind it one but not the other? I'm
Because
confused by
misery
that.
porn in movies, you feel bad for them. Misery porn in games, they're trying to make you feel bad, like you're the terrible person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. According to the reviews, is that at one point Ellie will have to fight off the dog in a QTE, or else she'll die. And the game, from what I remember, the game will go out of its way to make you feel bad for the dog.
I already feel bad about this dog.
And I don't know, considering it's survival, and she's filming out survival rather than some sort of nefarious means, I don't really think she can hold that against her. It's not like she just went and just, like, killed the dog because, I don't know, someone was forcing her to. It was basically, like, a dog tried to kill her, and she defended herself. So it seems kind of a weird thing to try to put that in for.
We've got someone else here.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, hey, no.
Yeah, I guess I could see that point of view. I'm not against games that have very sort of, quote, miserable kind of elements to it. Like, I could be fine with it, but it's just that if it goes to the extent that I've read some people say that Last of Us 2 has, I just feel like, yeah, that's a really punch.
Oh yeah, I couldn't even watch one of the first trailers for that game.
Off the line when they basically went, oh, it's your fault that
But it gives you choices at a certain points.
No,
Which,
you had no choice. Okay, the choice of play the game or don't is not an actual choice.
Like, it's like what I saw on the Discord, which said for the Fallout games, like, could you stay in the vault forever and not go out? Kinda, but you can't actually do anything if you do that.
There's only one game that I know of that actually does you didn't have to play the game for this. And you can literally not play the game, and instead you get the best ending in the game if you don't
Far Cry
play.
4 and yeah, Far
Cry 4
and Far Cry 5. Don't forget that.
Oh, they do it in 5 as well.
Yeah,
Where if you just sit still,
a different ending place. Yes.
the best ending place. Like in 4, if you sit still, you can get everything you wanted done. The guy dismantles everything and retires, and you don't have to slaughter, hundreds and hundreds of people. But like
So,
in
yeah.
Spec Ops: The Line, you're playing someone who is quite mentally ill, but the game makes it, oh, this is your fault.
There you go. I did last time I played as a lifeline till you get your challenge. Just want to make sure.
Spent gunpowder.
Ah,
Smells
crap.
like
I know I've written down some of the things to talk about. Oh yeah, there's a trailer for Resident Evil 8.
I don't like the fact that these first-person survival horrors are part of the main.
Introducing your champion.
They're so different from the rest of Resident Evil. I feel like they
Evil.
should be a side thing.
Spinoffs.
Yeah. I mean, I liked 7. 7 was really good, but it did not feel like Resident Evil. Because Resident Evil are very much action horror. Even the first few.
Yeah. The first 3, yeah. First 3.
It was generally seen as about 3, so...
I don't know. I just personally don't like having that kind of mentality that's however a game's getting started and it can never do other stuff related to it without quote-unquote feeling like whatever the series is in question. At least to me, that just sounds too limiting.
No, I'm saying that, you know, there's... It's so radically different that if you didn't say this was Resident Evil, basically, if the only reason that you know it's in the series is because it's got the name,
And it has
then
Chris
that's
Redfield
different.
in 7 and 8. Has anyone
Yeah,
seen
it
the
has
trailer
Chris
for that game?
Redfield
Oh,
in a
someone got the party
cameo.
started.
Nice. Champion
and he plays him in one of the DLCs.
Body shield here. Level 1.
Okay. I didn't know about the DLC, but I never got the DLC. I just played the main game. But with the main game, though, except for the cameo and the fact that it says Resident Evil on the title, you wouldn't know that it's goddamn Resident Evil. I mean, there's a couple other... There's a couple of shout-outs,
But there's also
they are
plenty of
minor
other
enough.
games that could have the same thing. Like, when Fallout 3 debuted, though, it would be something you could easily argue wasn't Fallout, though, at least certainly not from a gameplay perspective, just because of how
I'm not talking
different
just by
it was from
mechanics. I'm not talking just by mechanics. It's
Make
still
it, yeah.
obviously a Fallout game for starters because you start out in a goddamn vault. It still has the humor. It still has the, you know, all the themes. It's just 3D and real time
There's a treasure
instead
pack
of.
here.
And first, and
Dude.
more action oriented. But
Dibs.
oops, or you had the treasure
Never
map.
mind.
Oh,
Body
for you,
shield
Silicon?
here. Level 2.
Oh, sweet. I'll make my way over there. We got a bunch of shotguns.
So yeah,
and
it
sniper
just kind
rifles.
of has that sort of thing where even saying like if you took this out, I wouldn't recognize that because there's plenty of sequels to games that would also could more or less fall into that sort of thing with it, especially when they have a very distinctive look to it.
the later Dragon Age games and Mass Effect
No,
Andromeda.
you-
Just to
still
clarify,
tell-
Sulkin,
okay,
I don't
each
mind
and
if
every
like
one of
saying
the-
that if the older ones are how you prefer it. I mean that's certainly you though. I'm
That's
not
not what
judging.
I'm
I'm just saying my view.
Okay, all the Dragon Age games you can tell are goddamn Dragon Age
1
games.
minute. Rings nearby.
Because, you know, they mentioned Thanos, they mentioned the Maker, they mentioned
Right.
the Chantry, they have all this. Whereas Resident Evil 7 just felt like
45
another
seconds. Rings a little
survival horror. A good one, yes. But, you know, but it honestly felt more like a survival horror with shout-outs to Resident Evil than Resident Evil.
All right then.
Yeah.
There's
Would
certain
PT count?
things.
Would PT count?
Since I never played that one, I can't give an opinion. Where's that
But you have
armor?
seen footage of it, the gameplay footage of it.
I don't remember any footage.
Basically, you play as a Norman Reedus in a.
I know what it's about, but unless I see the footage again, I won't. I can't give an answer. I'm not going to give an answer based on someone else's say so.
Right.
Which is
I
one
didn't
big
mean
problem
it.
I have
I
with
did not
you.
mean it. I was just curious. That's all. Just want to point something out.
Evo shield here.
That's all.
Level 1.
Yeah, you were saying then.
I still kind of believe that's you.
there.
So I'm
Where
still
you were
looking for a
saying like
gun.
for Resident Evil 7, saying that like it was feeling more like Resident Evil shoutouts than its own thing, and then it just kind of stopped there. Say it imitated a good survival game, but you just didn't really
No,
have something
I said
related
it
to it.
is a good survival horror game.
Package being delivered.
It has the herbs. It has the herbs. I just want to point that out. And it has the old tech save points, tapes, cassette tapes instead of recording tapes instead of
the save point thing is not unique to Resident Evil, and I still only have a single thermite grenade. So if you guys can,
Don't have any on me, so.
Nah, me neither.
no, I'm saying that's the only weapon I have.
Backpack
is a
here.
single.
Oh.
Level 2. Light ammo here.
Better than nothing. Here you
Squadron
go.
Over here.
Hope that helps. Okay, there's a submachine gun right here.
99 here. Light ammo here.
Alright, there we go. Anyway,
R99.
yeah. So the eighth Resident Evil game is going to be called Village, and it really reminded me a lot of Resident Evil 4. Because it starts out in a village.
Where Resident Evil 4 is basically the holy yet unholy combination of Bloodborne theme and locale with
The kill leader has been eliminated.
the rest of Resident Evil. I liked 4.
Yeah, 4 is a really fun game. It has a lot of ridiculous ass
I don't know.
moments.
It seems for me like people sort of, at least from what I've ever observed, of people who say that the last good one seems to always conflict between seems to be around 4 at least consistently, whereas the first so-called bad one, people keep I see always give answers as either 5 or 6, having given that.
Yeah, so
One thing that I've noticed when people say, the characters no longer treat it like it's horrifying. I'm like,
yeah,
have you
because they've
met
seen it a
people
lot
that
of
are
times.
constantly-
It's like with
Yeah, but
Isaac
have you met
Clarke in
people
it's like with Isaac Clarke in Dead Space 3. He's used to it by now.
Call him if you
Yeah,
spot him.
by the time of, so you got the first game, which is basically denial, shock, and panic.
Yeah.
You got the second game, which is less denial and
Come and
shock,
get your
but
birthday
overwhelming
present.
panic isn't, because it's, oh my god, this is happening again. And then the third game, it's anger and just being fed up.
And then it's like by the 5th game, it's like, okay, we're going through this again, all over again.
Yeah.
Well,
Shit.
there's-
Here we go again. Oh,
Charge tower here. Ain't no
I don't know.
waiting
It's just that when it
powered
comes to treating something as horrifying, I think it's just because, like, yeah, as you said, like, there comes a point where it would honestly start feeling really weird if the characters were feeling still this overriding sense of horror at something they've experienced multiple times by now. I
Now,
mean, sure,
feeling
I guess
overwhelming horror
PTSD could be
when-
something that constantly gives a state of, like, dread because of, obviously, it causing trauma. But I would say, but on the other hand, like, it also could be argued, though, that it's just, like, as you said, we've been saying, that, like, these characters have experienced this a lot, so they can't really try to treat this as some sort of horrifying experience, though, because they've seen it before.
Double timing it.
Multiple
Come
times.
on, that's not what Oscar Mike means.
Oscar Mike, I'm spotted.
What does it mean?
He's on the move.
Oh.
I think that's what she,
And
because
generally
when
means
she
I'm
says
coming
that,
to that-
she sprints like really fast.
I'm spotted.
On the move, on spotted.
Generally, it's more like I'm on the move to your location, or I'm on the move to where you said.
Reloading. Got one here. Reloading.
Okay, got it. Okay, you got it.
Fuck
Damn
that
it.
guy.
Yeah, I see the trailer for Star Wars Squadron, by the way. It looks really good. It's
like the old-
what? It's I think it costs about like $40 US.
Yeah, it's $40.
Is
Were you about to say something?
Is it looking like Star Wars Starfighter Assault or whatever the hell though?
Looks like it.
We're-
Yeah.
They assured that it's different from that, though. because for the people who handled that was, I'm not sure on it because they're sort of being vague. We're going to be seeing gameplay this coming Thursday. This Thursday coming up, that we'll be seeing actual gameplay of it at the online EA Play event. But at least from what I understand, they're sort of having this be a 5v5 kind of experience where each ship more or less basically is sort of treated as its own class with certain strengths and weaknesses attached. But they'll go more into the details Thursday.
Are we essentially finally getting an actual, ship mode for Battlefront 2?
It's the whole game, basically.
Yeah, I'm saying, is that basically what this game is?
Pretty much.
Okay, because I'm also okay with that.
Yeah, it's $40. That's why. It's smaller scale. Oh, speaking of EA games, there are like a lot of rumors going around with a remastered version of the Mass Effect trilogy coming out this November. Like, and it came from like
this was at a previous earnings call. I think was like last year, where whoever was responding to the investor said that they were doing remakes of what they said some beloved titles, but never gave any details beyond that. So
yeah,
it was anyone's guess what that could mean.
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, Silicon Tide showed me an article from comicbook.com that says that one of these remakes will be the Mass Effect trilogy.
It's go time.
But
I think it's possible, but I would say we're
reports.
probably going to learn if that's what is true or not by Thursday, because that's when they're saying all the games that are coming out. Although it coming out in Star Wars Squadron's coming out in October certainly surprised me, because I was expecting mid-November like they have been for the last 5 years now. But like, no, it turns out we're getting it a month and a half earlier, so I'm glad for that. I already set my pre-order, and apparently its pre-order pre-order cosmetics were leaked on the Epic Games Store.
Ooh.
Jeez, that game is like always having like someone leak their stuff. At this rate, I'm not going to be surprised if like the entire campaign gets leaked like the month before it comes out.
What, kind of like with The Last of Us? Last of Us Part 2?
I don't know, possibly. I mean, honestly, considering how the game was frequently getting leaked, though, it's like, geez, I feel like I'm not going to be surprised of anything that comes out once the game actually comes out.
Right. Heard anything?
So, yeah.
Heard anything in the world of pop culture, Silicon?
I try to avoid that.
There are some pretty interesting news, both good and, well, still interesting.
Such as? I haven't really kept up with this stuff
Gearbox might be some stupid news, but Gearbox Software is suing 3D Realms over the Duke Nukem franchise.
Oh, that I just heard about. I saw it on the Nuance Gaming Discord.
Yeah, so...
Because apparently it turns out the composer owned some rights to the music, though, and then he decided that it was worth filing a lawsuit with. So it's now... Gearbox is being like, wait, what the hell? You told us that we owned it all when we bought it from you.
Yeah. that's just, like, weird. Like, weird news.
Certainly.
Please don't say that on the stream, don't want to get in trouble, that sort of thing. No, like, more intense swears. I'm sorry. Okay.
For anyone who has a problem with that, don't ever go to Australia. Otherwise, they'll blow your
or
goddamn
England.
mind.
Oh, has anyone oh, I haven't got around to getting the Aftermath expansion for Mortal Kombat 11, and my god, a lot of it looks pretty good. You can play as the Robocop in it.
Yeah, it seems though that MK now basically has been, well, honestly, always has for a while, brought in a lot of older IPs though for their stuff, and it seems like they especially went out of it with these two. RoboCop was certainly not the one I would have expected, because he's not exactly who I would think of as fighting game material.
I was actually half expecting Ashley Williams.
Anything that can kill a Terminator, RoboCop canonically can survive. So, if all these other fighters can kill a Terminator, then RoboCop should win every single time. By that logic.
Yeah, but it's more like gameplay purposes than anything.
I know, I was making a...
Oh, and the friendships.
RoboCop
Yeah, have you seen Jackson's
friendship
friendship?
brings
Where he pulls
We're not
out a
close.
sax and starts playing music? Best friendship ever.
I also like Scorpions with the
Teddy bear?
get over here, and he has a big ass teddy bear. It's so fluffy.
45 seconds. Ring ain't close.
Yeah.
Um,
Apparently, it's at least was more of a something that was mentally refreshing for the devs, though, since at least from what I've told, though, developers who end up usually having to make the gory aspects of games usually ends up not sitting right with them well after it's already been made, or even during its production.
Alright, you're the healer, so...
Mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see if there's something else that sticks out to me.
We got a longbow here.
Nice. Oh, so my brother and I have been playing the PvE mode of Apex Legends. It's pretty good. I just beat into the latest chapter.
It's tolerable.
I like it.
Coming in.
Alright, I got all the purple upgrades except for the barrel stabilizer. I'll take that. Gold.
Body shield here. Level 4.
Want me to take the gold?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I'll take it.
Yeah, because I'll want the backpack, right? That's the one that lets me heal people faster.
No,
and
you
stuff.
don't. Yeah. Basically, you heal people more with your revives. Wait for Gibraltar, Lifeline, and Mirage.
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar. Ah. Sorry.
Extended heather mag here. Level 3.
Other than some of the things for that I just mentioned, nothing sticks out to me much for big news.
Next time we'll get big news will be on Thursday, because that's when EA Play ends up showing its lineup
Of course,
of
you
games.
mean pop culture and video game news, as opposed to, you know, the fact that there are...
Lots of other stuff
Oh
happening.
yeah, like DC
Yeah, I
cutting
know.
ties with Diamond. That's big news.
Like, what?
DC Comics have...
Yeah, DC Comics cut ties with Diamond.
Who's Diamond?
They've been the official distributor of comics for like the past few decades now, and a lot of people have been fed up with how they did things. So DC cut its ties with them just recently.
Though it has some negative reactions from comic book store owners.
Really, just because with that, it carries with it what a lot of people think will mean that comic books will be sold more to other businesses and not exclusively comic book stores.
That's a good point.
I've been told that's what that Diamond's involvement with having all of that is pretty much the only reason comic books stopped being seen on shelves everywhere in America, pretty much.
That makes a lot of sense. That actually let me. Why does Diamond make it exclusive to comic book stores? That seems pretty silly.
It gives them more profit in their direction, because with these more concentrated places, it gives them, at least from what I've been able to understand, gives them essentially a bigger cut of the whole thing. Whereas having them in stores, I guess, could sort of dilute it between all the other parties involved.
Okay.
At least as I understand it.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
Okay. That kind of sucks, but
Medkit here.
But at least from what I've been told, though, it's just basically that the biggest problem with Diamond is primarily just that they are just not a particularly good company to
work with,
or haven't been to really work with. And so that's why DC being there, at least from consumers, has been met mostly positively. I can't recall a single negative reaction I saw to it.
aside from the comic book store owners, but that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, where are you guys?
I'm at the tower, and I'm looking around for stuff. Yoink. I think I heard gunshots. Or is that just me?
Now I heard it too.
Ew. Hey, where was that barrel stabilizer?
It was in one of the tunnel things below. Oh, you might want to hurry because the range is pretty close to closing it.
Oh shit, someone sniped me. Fuck.
Alright. Book it.
Yeah, I just did.
I think someone already got it. Okay, alright, let's go. I'm just like looking for news and stuff.
where?
Oh,
You said one of the tunnels below. What the hell do you mean by that?
one of the tunnel things right here. One of the tunnel things.
What the fuck do you even mean? What do you mean tunnel things?
Probably tunnel is not the right word for it, but I guess one of these like buildings over here, I guess.
Yeah, I think someone already got it. Ooh.
Spotted. Eating lead.
Yeah. It turns out that Wonder Woman 1984 has been delayed again. So it's Tenet, constantly, because Christopher Nolan is very adamant on not delaying his movie.
The fuck? I keep on getting.
Nice shot. Now can you give me back from the dead?
I killed a champion.
Nice.
He's taken out
So
to
so
champion.
anyway, so Tenet
Midday.
is delayed, I think, by a few weeks, and so is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's been delayed to October.
Yeah, I saw that one as well.
Yeah. Second wave of the pandemic. Here we go.
Hell, we don't even get a second wave. It's just a continuation because we never even really slowed down that much.
Despite everybody but the government's best efforts,
Best
Well, a lot
efforts,
of
my
places-
ass.
A lot of people have still been reopening anyway, such as my job in Universal from that, which I still wouldn't say is the best one, especially considering that a lot of people still crowd together though, even though with the guidelines we try to enforce, but people just still
I
keep
could
being
use that.
together. Even with masks on, it's still so on how they're on how well they can protect though. I mean, clearly the CDC still says that
Thank
it is
you.
at least has a good deal of effect, but may not be enough if you're still enclosed with a lot of people.
Yeah.
1 minute. Ring's pretty close.
So as far as my job is concerned, I wouldn't even be surprised if it ends up turning out that we have to shut down operations again for all of this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Thanks. Ring's not too far. 45 left.
I mean, only good thing that's really been out, and this is only really a benefit for me, is at the very least, though, with this extra work, I've been able to make more money than I was previously. I was making like 160 something while I was in the pandemic, and they were paying me off work, and I'm making like 360 something now. So at least though it's been extra money for me, but that's only something that only benefits like me and my coworkers though, since we've been having 35-hour work shifts as of late.
35-hour work shift, as in like a week or what?
Eating lead.
35 hours being like I work 5 days of any
Okay.
given week.
All right, coming to you. Coming to you.
You're not alone. I'm coming for you.
It's good that you're in the next ring. No.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. What other movies have been delayed? Thor 4 is being worked on.
Recovery opportunity.
That's a bit
Let's
of a
make the
pleasant
choice.
surprise,
Only you
and
and
so
me
is
left.
some of the other Disney Plus shows like Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Heads up.
What about
Package coming in.
Black Widow's movie?
Still
That's
going.
been delayed till November.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
explore this
still
way.
being delayed to November.
Forget that.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, me
Got our
too.
squad mate's banner.
All right, I got your banner, and it looks like we're safe.
Okay.
Whoa. Anybody been catching up with the news around Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Turns out they're doing time travel.
Yep.
So I've been
And
told.
the
but I
trailer I
haven't
saw
kept up
was
with-
dumb.
Huh?
The trailer I saw was really dumb. But
I never
hopefully
watched
it's-
it, so I wasn't sure.
Want to explain more, Silicon? You know, just do like, you know,
It's just the whole thing, how it looks is just. I'm still in your stomach.
Sucks that I
by the
lost
way.
all those freaking weapons and items, and I just lost them all. It's always the
No.
saddest thing when you get
Your
revived.
death box is right here.
Oh shoot! Thank God. I was afraid I lost it all.
looks like.
I mean, you lost your submachine gun.
but that's about it. You got lucky.
Certainly.
Actually, no. Wait, no. Yeah, that's an R301, not a.
Anybody got a level 3 backpack?
I do.
Is there like a level 3 backpack around here?
Oh, I mean, have they found one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Like, I'm
minute.
holding one.
Ring's pretty close.
I'll be fine. Just got your stuff.
On fire to the southwest.
All right.
And
Noted, thanks.
over to the east.
Rings next door. 45.
Uh-oh. I heard gunfire.
Who's ready for another care package, bitches?
30. Rings close.
I'm down for it. I'm down. Just so it has a backpack. Can we do it inside the range just to be on the safe side? There we go. Got my skin in. Oh, speaking of Star Wars, you ever heard about John Boyega being in one of the protests?
Here's your birthday.
I have, honestly.
Only 2 other
Nothing
spots
of the
left.
protests has been
New
off
kill
my
leader.
eyes
Watch for
because
them.
everyone at ICE don't make sure I'm informed of it, and because everyone makes sure to stay informed. I was aware of it, and people were.
Yeah,
generally
a lot of
supportive
people were supportive of his participation, which
There's
is
a care
really.
package. Backpack here.
There's your purple
Level 3.
backpack.
Speak of the devil, nice. Thanks.
Yeah, which of these characters is ones that drop, I guess, extra supplies?
Lifeline.
This one.
Yeah.
There is a new kill leader. New kill leader.
Ah,
1-6.
so also the third Jurassic World movie along
Shadow, you're moving a bit too far ahead.
Round 4. Beginning.
with let me go on ahead with you just to be safe. Oh yeah. So anyway, I did not know what the third Jurassic World movie is going to be called, but it's going to be called Dominion, and following the second Avatar movie, they'll be back in production.
Yeah, I saw that one, which is not a good idea,
There
considering
may
that
be a
movie
shooter nearby.
productions, they cannot be COVID
Move,
safe. no
move.
matter how much you try to do them.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Phasing.
That's why I'm just like, yeah, I don't think I really would think what they're doing is a good idea, considering that,
We got sonar. That drone.
Alright, just a sec. Whoa.
Double timing it.
Recharging my shields.
Gotta use the Phoenix kit. Sorry.
Patching myself up.
Oh, come on. Do not jump on me.
Hawk, get over here.
Reloading. Down to target.
Nice.
Above you!
damn it. So
Behind us, behind us.
probably don't revive me when it's doing this.
I downed an enemy.
Oh no, shoot, you got me up there, thank God.
I've got a shield.
This time, someone's got a shot on me, pretty sure.
I'm down.
Give my shields a
Can you-
recharge.
Shit.
Stop me.
Some guy ambushed me from behind.
Setting shield. Healing.
Come on.
Thanks.
Okay, teleporting. Oh, come on!
Well, that didn't last long.
Are you kidding?
Making contact with them.
I like teleported and. Oh!
Damn it!
Oh, we were close. We were close. Oh, you got your treasure pack, guys?
We have our Apex champions.
Oh, does anyone want to try some the new hunt?
Yeah.
I did it myself, but I like but man, that was a hard one. So let's does anybody want to do it?
I mean, I'm not against it.
Silicon?
I already said yes.
Alright. Oh, time to press there we go.
Yay, finally got Mirage's thing.
So apparently apparently people some people are saying that the Mayans are now predicting the end of the world on June 21st.
What was the person who first said it was 2012 dyslexic, or was the person who wrote it dyslexic?
I don't know.
Sorry guys, I actually meant 2021.
2020.
I was
Silken. Press Y.
opening an Apex.
I'm just trying to get comfortable because I did a dumb thing on Sunday. Have you been watching anything good on a Netflix, Shadowhawk?
I've watched some things on it. I watched the Jeffrey Epstein documentary that was there, which was certainly really good. I'm mainly just glad that it actually decided to focus on the women that Epstein victimized instead of basically trying to turn this down into a huge rabbit hole about the bigger picture and a whole bunch of other bullshit. Really,
Oh,
I
think that's what my mom watched.
Yeah, and it just mainly focused on that, and it's
Probably a good
definitely
move.
really hard hitting. So it's one of those movies where I'm like, I can't recommend it to you because honestly, it's a pretty heavy-handed stuff though. So it's like it's not for the faint of heart, but if you've got the stomach for it, it's a really great thing to watch.
Oh no, here's Octane. Damn it. Octane.
So I did that and
The
watched
piece is
some
nearby.
Avatar.
Follow me.
It's just that because currently there's just a lot
Whoa.
of stuff I have to go and watch though. Like, I have Attack on Titan, which I have to watch, which I haven't seen since the first season, because I have to go and get it caught up for the upcoming final season that's coming out. So it's basically just a huge sort of
Yeah. Oh.
thing that I have to. And then my brother is telling me about Geoff, which I've been told I've been told about by a lot of other people about how good it is. So that's also something that's on my watch list.
Wait. What? I'm sorry. What?
I don't know. I guess that something that was like it's something I've heard nothing but good things about though, since I heard about it years ago.
Yeah. Sorry, I got like swarmed by a bunch of these prowlers. Okay. Got a extended magazine. Okay, cover me. I activate the panel. I'm good. Yeah, these prowlers kept on coming in left and right. That's. Oh, sorry. Alright, got myself a better, a golden man. Oh, I recommend you would also get watch stuff like Stranger Things, the Marvel shows.
The Witcher.
I have that on Disney Plus for the Disney shows though, so I can watch it there.
I was talking about like
it's just only really
Daredevil.
that I'm really interested in because of the reviews I've heard of it.
Yeah, I heard
it's
really
just
good
that-
things about it. I heard really good things about it.
But it's just that I just have to mainly try to find that stuff though to go and watch and try to be able to go and see.
Yeah, I was actually talking about like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I also Oh,
It's a fucking lag there. That was weird.
okay, grabbing stuff because I'm a fucking clicking maniac. Okay, we're good. God damn, it felt like
Anybody got a shield battery?
I got a spare one. Here.
Give me a second. Recharging.
Good. Find it.
Thank you. Alright, give me a second. Oh!
I've had just a pistol, but no rifles have showed up.
Yeah,
My shields are recharged.
I got a gold tier R99 and a gold tier green mag.
Need to reload.
Extended heavy mag here.
We all want to book it, by the way, just saying.
Alright. Just wish I get a rifle, though, or at least something better than just a pistol.
Battery here.
Just a submachine gun.
R99 here. Phoenix kit here. Extended heavy mag here.
I could use that.
Level 3. Recharging shields.
Okay, I got my Phoenix hit. Hunker in the butt. Alright. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be a like a upgrade of GTA Online for PS5 and Xbox Series X.
I'm told that
Will they update that in Red
Star
Dead
Wars
Redemption?
Squadron is going to be possible.
Oh, that would be nice. Hang on. Oh yeah. I forgot about my ultimate. Be sure to use it.
While I'm working, though, I'm at least, though, that's what kind of complicates this, is because I'm also saving up to replace the car I have now. But, like, I'm hoping that I could save enough so that way I could be able to just nab both consoles at once and use them for whatever it is that I would end up needing them for. PlayStation for the exclusives and Xbox is just so that way I could be able to have the more accessible features that it has.
We made the right choices. We've got the piece.
Alright, I'm booking it.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, at first I played this, I like died on the first, like.
Bags don't get on this.
Everybody
Oh, that was
shoot
fun.
Revenant.
Everybody, what?
Shoot Revenant.
It's because of what he said. There's a cover art for Made in FN and cool. That's how I just like saw something and ooh, there's a skin for Zarya for an MVP player, esports player. Unfortunately, it requires a league token, so she looks more alien-like. Zarya, I mean. Right.
On top. Oh my god.
Alright, switching to trios. Oh, anything you looking forward to at EA Play, guys?
I am, though, certainly, just to see what Squadrons is about. Hopefully go and see any other games that could end up being nice surprises to go and see from there. But really not too much, though, that's out there.
Yeah. What about you, Silken?
What? I'm reading the post.
I'll give you a bit because I got something really cool to share with all of you.
Sure.
Yeah. Let us know if when you're done with reading through the story, Silken. Ah. Oh, here comes a weapon to charge on my screen. Ooh, I like the expedition one. I'm gonna put that for crypto right there. Oh, I really am excited to share something really surprising that I did not see coming. Just randomly attacks the player, huh? Yeah. Oh, hey Duchess, how's it going? I just saw you, so apologies. Yeah, same. I got something really cool to share with the guys here and you because it's really surprising. As soon as Silken started reading through the story. Silken?
What? I'm trying to.
Sorry. There we go. Got the Twitch Prime skin for the chip Gibraltar. I'm gonna have to practice a bit more. The new layout for Twitch is something I had to get used to. Ever been on Twitch yet?
How's it different?
Give me a second. The follow, the get the sub, and the notification bell is at the bottom of the viewing screen instead of the top, and so is my name. And when I go to my page, it leads to my main page, and though thankfully it has like a live pop up below my avatar, so I can easily just like access it. So it's just something I had to get used to. That's all.
Ah, all right.
Yeah. Oh, so has anybody seen that political compass meme for D&D that I showed you? It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. That's some really funny shit. Alright, stretching my knuckles. And being sore all over. Okay, gonna press Y. Whoa. Ah, okay. Alright. So, what do you think of the story? Of that little chapter thing right there? Not that you. I really want to show you some really surprising news. Silent Hill and Death by Daylight. I wasn't expecting it either.
You're making the assumption that the rest didn't expect it.
I didn't really expect it. I really did not see it coming.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Ah. So, to push short, Pyramid Head will be the killer, Heather Mason or Cheryl Mason if you like spoilers, will be the survivor, and that school from first game will be the map.
Introducing your
I've been hearing a lot of bad things about Konami the past several years, but this way I wasn't really expecting. Okay, so you're the Chub Master?
Good place to land, but what do I know?
Alright.
Yep.
Okay.
Still, what do you think of the inclusion of Silent Hill stuff in Dead by Daylight Silicon?
I don't.
This might be a good place to land, but what do I know?
I heard that.
This is the best part.
John
Wow,
Hockley,
that guy just said exactly what I was thinking.
what? Not what you think?
Saying like we could land here or whatever, I don't care. Mirage, that's what it says, I remember.
So Shot what do you think of the inclusion of Silent Hill content in Dead by Daylight?
I don't really play Dead by Daylight because it just wasn't a game that was for me, so I'm just kind of if people are overall liking it, cool, hope they stick with it.
Yeah, I am pleasantly surprised by the announcement because I was like,
Next ring's not close. Looks like we got a treasure pack over here.
yeah, I really don't know what to say aside from I did not.
Oh wow, I can't pick up the treasure
Don't know why
chest.
you marked that treasure pack, Nord,
Body
because we
shield
all
here.
already have
Level
one.
Sorry, habit. Okay, I got a grenade. Ooh, massive, nice. How
about this way?
That.
Let's check out over there. Let's check out over there.
Wait, hang on. Checking out Eurogamer for news because
We're in the middle of a match.
I can multitask. This is play and
Yeah?
talk after all.
Yeah, play and talk, not play and get shit up on the computer while we're potentially gonna get shot at any moment.
Yeah. Oh, shotgun. Sights. Saints and
Standard
Sinners.
stock here. Level 2.
Not what I meant to mark. I meant to mark
Here.
that.
Oh, was the standard stock yours?
Yes.
Okay. Heard anything interesting from your end, Shadowhawk?
Currently not really much on my end that's really interesting.
Thing
Just
that's
mainly
interesting
been-
that it needs to hear is stop going off on your own. That's how you die.
Yeah, just mainly scouting out though, because I needed some extra heavy ammo.
Anyway, you were
There was
saying,
plenty of heavy ammo back there.
yeah, you were saying you said it's not much, but you were about to say something before Silicon.
Yeah, it's just really all that's just going on with me. Really, is just
Open supply bin.
just
Body
only
shield
work
here.
since I've been
Level
since
1.
I had to get back into it. Obviously though, from when they called me, and just that really. There are some shows I'm going to be having to catch up with, which is lots of work though as well, because binging is not exactly a thing I've ever done or do much.
Oh,
And that's why you don't just go through the goddamn door.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I didn't know there was gas over there.
we had no way knowing. Oh,
You open the door
oh,
and back up.
there's another crossover project with D&D from Legends of Runeterra, a card-based spin-off of League of Legends.
Ray's moving.
Wasn't expecting that either. Soon after the crossover project with Critical Role.
I still can't believe that they did a freaking crossover project with Rick and Morty.
Yeah, those more of a reskin type of thing from what I've gathered. No new class options, just like, God damn it, not again!
Are you fucking serious? Besides the fact that of the three of us, there's only one of us that has any scouting capabilities already in their character.
Sorry. Oh yeah, I have a healing drone. Get over here.
Back up!
Yeah, I was trying to open the door so we could be able to
No,
move.
you're supposed to shoot the base of those things.
It cleared out, so it looked as if it was something we could walk through.
No, okay, if it's still there, that
Be
means
careful.
that you
Let's,
triggered a different one.
it happens. It happens. Let's just go. Yeah. So D&D got Rick and oh, Stranger Things. They have a crossover thing with Stranger Things, and you get to
D&D
face.
does?
Yes, with Stranger Things. That's
cool.
That's actually not too surprising
Fifth-
since D&D actually.
Fifth edition needed more horror stuff.
It's actually just I've looked at the adventure. It doesn't look horror based.
Gross.
It's just like based on one of like Will's campaigns.
Oh,
But it
well,
has-
Then don't say fucking Stranger Things crossover.
That's one.
Then
It is
Will's
still
campaign
crossover
is-
because it is very like a lot of Stranger Things flavor, including the Demogorgon. Now that one, the Demogorgon
No,
with
it has the things from his campaign.
and the Demogorgon.
Gorgon.
Gordon.
Gorgon with the
Gorgon.
G. Here's some heavy ammo.
Yeah, I see.
Heavy ammo here.
We're not dealing with someone that's, you know, half Commissioner Gordon. Gordon.
Kind of surprising to see so many crossover.
Because we gotta hurry up and get to the middle of that circle.
The Circle of Life. Got it. Oh, one first thing I watched partially was the Earthsea anime on HBO
Get out there,
Max.
bamboozle.
I'm
Which one?
Earthsea, Earthsea Max,
Sea.
Earthsea for Studio Chiefly has made its own version of Earthsea.
Alright.
Which hopefully won't be as garbage as the live action one was.
So far it isn't.
I don't know. Never saw the live action one, but if other live action adaptations of things that were animated was of any indication, I just usually avoid it anyway.
Yeah, here's something really
I
strange.
mean, it's just I just think though that it's just kind of a dumb venture to be having that sort of thing, because I mean it kind of gives the implication that the height of any sort of thing is having it be live action. And really, it denies it a lot of the unique sort of expression that can only be done through animation.
Not just live action, but made for TV movie.
Oh yeah, sci-fi. Oh yeah.
I mean, can be good or
I
bad
wasted
because
too much of my life on sci-fi movies. Because sci-fi makes garbage movies.
But what I've heard, they've been getting better. Still like still cheesy stuff, but they're getting better.
Round 2.
Oh no, cheesy I can handle,
Down.
but god awful.
Yeah. Oof. here's basically HBO Plus. Here's something really strange. They're moving their DC movies. They're removing the DC movies from HBO Plus
Max.
of HBO Max, which is kind of
You keep
strange.
saying plus like you're trying to say Disney Plus.
I
It's
know.
not
I
strange at all if you think about it. Disney's trying to get all their shit on Disney Plus and off of other people's stuff.
I was actually trying to talk about Warner Brothers removing DC movies from HBO Max.
There is a new kill leader.
I got
It's
this.
just that honestly,
New
I just
kill
feel
Contractual
That's
shit.
I just think honestly the actual DC app should just be folded with their HBO one as well, though, because quite frankly, having two separate subscriptions for those two things, though, especially since HBO Max wants to advertise itself as a thing that's going to be heavy on DC content, it's just like then just fold them both together then.
Yeah, and the Snyder Cut version of Justice League is going to be on HBO Max next year. Heard it's going to be
Yeah, I saw that news as well.
Yeah, heard it's going to be a miniseries, and it's going to cost about $20-30 million to make.
Yeah, that's what I saw as well. The estimate was 30 million, which is right where
Bring
a
me
lot
about 1 minute
of experts
to
were
close.
saying it was going to cost anyway.
Yeah. I'm not
But
gonna.
yeah, that didn't end up surprising me in the slightest. I mean, because definitely as a service, they're going to want any edge, and especially if you can have something
Whoa,
that
he shot at-
sounds like it would be get a lot of
Oh,
control
shit.
watching
Wait.
win.
Down the mountain, guys. Down the mountain.
Reloading.
All right, going down the mountain.
Same.
Just getting my shields a recharge.
That was almost a smooth one. So anything. Oh, so yeah, we were talking about HBO Max and Snyder Cut.
It's just that
how the
I
fact
ju-
that we're getting shot the shit out of.
You know we can talk about this and get shot at the same time, right?
So far, at least going through, there's no one on the side though, so it seems like they're on the very top of the mountain.
Yeah.
We're in the ring, so we should be fine.
Okay, found him.
Next ring. There's one. Right.
Yeah, I see. They're all on the right side.
I got a grenade. Step back. Ooh.
Airstrike agent. Off the mark. Spotted.
You okay?
Throwing through my grenade.
Okay, I got this. No, I don't.
No, that one's fine.
Okay.
Got one here.
Taking fire.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
Alright. Ow, 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 ow. I'm getting shot. I'm getting shot at.
Reloading.
Recharging my shields.
Healing.
There goes the boozle.
So in the last DD campaign I played, there was like a famous spirit warrior that we had to fight in order to grab the artifact, and Celeste, the player's playing Celeste, cast a spell that basically has her
I don't know why
pelt.
guys shot the fucking Mirage.
Oh, oh
Shit!
I know. I tried to shoot the base, but
Patching myself up a bit.
Shot it. Yeah.
so
Yep, he got me.
Crawl over here. Crawl over here out of.
I've got your shields up.
Perfect. I just gotta go and get myself healed.
I'll cover you.
And I got shot the shit out of anyway.
Yeah, good run though. Good run.
I don't know how I put so many bullets into them, but yet they still were able to stand. Some of them I even clocked in headshots with.
they were pretty quick as we're charging the shields apparently. So anyway, HBO Max and I was mostly there for HBO Max for the Doctor Who stuff and maybe some other stuff that might catch my eye.
Yeah, I just think though that how it advertised itself was a bit misleading because it's sort of it fulfills it on a strictly technical level, like things that they said was there, but it ended up not leading as much as it was. Like, for example, how it was advertising all these different things that it had access with, like Cartoon Network and the DC stuff. And then when you go on there, it's very slim pickings on any of them. Like, especially the Cartoon Network stuff, you'd think, like, their biggest hits was going to be on there. But no, it's like a selection
Check your
of their biggest
Facebook
hits.
messages.
Yeah, I got the message. Thanks.
So it's kind of just like if you had HBO, sure, upgrading to it. Well, it's not really an upgrade. If you have HBO now, you could just transfer to Max at no cost. But it's just kind of a thing where it's not really that much of an improvement, only like very slightly.
Yeah. And I've heard that HBO is gonna merge their services. And and speaking of Warner Brothers, I heard that Warner Brothers is selling their gaming division. It's gonna sell the gaming division, and companies like EA and Activision are in talks of buying it.
That's kind of what it is, because
We're
I
going
find
to do
that
beautiful
a
things
lot
together.
of these other companies, because Disney had the same problem with theirs, where they just weren't really able to effectively have something that would be able to manage their game divisions. So they basically relish it to companies that specialize in it, and then they just reap the profits from their IPs instead.
Yeah, that's what Warner Brothers is doing.
Because I saw like when Bob Iger was CEO, and he said in a Vogue article that's why he was happy with EA's having the license though, and he looks like it's basically being kept there, because he was like, yeah, we basically hired multiple different companies to try to handle the video game sort of business area, and none of them succeeded. So we were just happy to let someone else be able to handle it.
So many willing test subjects.
Actually, I think Game Over 30 actually responded to me. Talking just about that, saying it's usually not the talent in the devs, it's almost always a macro business decision. If the board or execs feel like they can't effectively manage a gaming unit, or in this case need to pay down debt, then they'll just sell a piece of the business to free up cash.
And would it also be easy to manage some of the story stuff if we're handed to one gaming company for Star Wars? It's just
essentially there, but they give it to a single company. Like when people say, why haven't they just opened it up to everyone? It's really just because it gives Disney a bigger share of the profits when it actually ends up being sold, though. So having one person ending up doing so usually ends up helping out with it. And in general, though, like at least though when it comes to these things, I always become very skeptical of trying to say for giving to everyone, though, because I can only imagine the amount of developers who would ultimately from what was there, because as good as LucasArts was at releasing their games, they released a lot of not so good games
like
as well.
Like Star Wars Connect. Oh.
Yeah, like that one, or even Force
Star Wars
Unleashed
Connect
2,
had a
though.
lot of potential.
I
But
just
the
think it
technology
just sort of
hadn't
had
quite
the
caught up to what it
problem
needed to be.
of it was just basically pandering to the latest tech craze, that being when the Kinect was new at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said, but the technology hadn't quite caught up to what it should have been, or what it needed for that yet.
Oh, still
Like, if
dance
they
up
try
with
to do that shit
Palpatine.
now-
What the hell?
So what?
Like not only like a dance off with Han Solo, but but also dance off with Palpatine. Imagine the Rise of Skywalker ended on that.
Now that was funny, though. I at least will say, I at least applaud that went into existence, because I'd be laughing if I said I'd be lying if I said that I didn't laugh at it.
We all know that Palpatine's favorite move is the Shocker.
And his favorite song is AC/DC's Thunderstruck.
Good one. That was actually really great. That was great. Yeah, actually, speaking of EA Play, do you want me to start a live reaction thing?
Oh God.
That's
I
up to you, though, if you want to do that one.
If not everyone's thrilled about it, I'll see if I can get enough players for D&D this Thursday.
Yeah, I say if that's what you want to do, certainly go for it.
Yeah, yeah, because a bit of EA Play is going to be like sports. I know people are into sport games, but I don't think I am. I'm not. I don't think you are, and I definitely know you're on Silicon.
Yeah, I mean, I've
Ultimate
had fun with them,
accelerator.
though. I've played with my brother on NBA 2K on occasions,
beautiful.
and that was fun for it, but yeah, it's not really a thing that's for me, though. Although I don't
Unless you
begrudge
bleed,
anyone.
it's not a
who's into
sport.
it.
Taking fire. Spotted. Double timing it.
I guess that technically means that all women's sports are sports. I guess what I just said.
I got one. Okay, knocked someone down.
And there's another.
Oh! Broke the shield, broke the shield, broke the shield.
Patch myself up.
Healing.
Oh, good thing we're just like inside the ring. Lucky us.
Oh, hi.
Whole squad taken out.
Nice one.
Yeah, give me a second.
Stop spamming the shield. You might give us away.
I've got you. Recharging
No,
shield.
what is...
Oh,
Oh, you didn't pick
Come
me
on.
up.
I thought I did.
You horrible man.
Ooh, I feel good about this.
I honestly thought I did.
Thank you.
Don't forget who hooked you up.
Okay, there we go. I got my stuff. I got some stuff and ooh, body shield dibs. I've been playing as like Cole in Gears 5, and holy god, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's just that the biggest problem I have with the Gears store is that it seems as if it favors way too heavily the players who effectively like really hardcore this thing, where they basically just sort of make Gears 5 the main game they play though, whereas casual players like myself who play it more of here and there are basically just told to fuck off pretty much.
Compared to Overwatch and
Like, a lot of the
Star
cosmetics,
Wars.
for instance, though,
a lot of fun too.
the ones that I liked most playing, though, like the ones, though, that are like the classic Delta skins, or even the Onyx Guard skins that were in the previous operation, or even some of the other stuff that's there, like the Desert skins for all the main Gears 5 characters, and then they're just nowhere to be found because Operation 1 ended a long time ago. So it often
They
has
still
this
have a
problem.
chance of randomly dropping in the supply packs.
But it's ultimately too rare to really even be worth constantly opening.
Yeah.
So it's just that feeling of just like it's not even worth it. So I just wish
Just
it'd
log
be
in,
like,
play one match a day, and you'll
like,
get
yeah,
about
I
2
did
supply
that,
packs.
and then it just kept giving me junk for it. So I just basically stopped bothering. So that's why I'm just like, look, if you guys just let me buy the skins, I'll go and buy them, like guaranteed.
Well, I see a treasure pack, and oh, that's where I have it.
So it has that sort of issue for it, and even the skins it has on the store on a weekly basis just aren't appealing though. From there,
I don't know.
And
Dell's Hive Buster skin looks pretty nice.
And I was under the impression that Kate might also be in Escape, and so would they going by their Hive Buster skins, but no,
Gotta take out the new
that's
kill leader.
kind of strange.
Cocky.
I mean, if you're gonna have Dell in there, might as well have JD and Kate also be in there
Well,
as
no,
well.
it's because they came out with a skin for Kate. That's it's a Hive Buster skin, and so we all expected her to actually be in Hive Busters now. She wasn't.
1 sec, healing up.
Yeah, it's really weird. I got okay. I got some syringes if you need any.
God, can you imagine if like
1
the
sec, healing up.
syringes, like as you healed up, it pushed out the bullets, so it looks like you're literally sweating them, shooting out bullets. Yeah, I got some ammo.
And suddenly, I'm somehow reminded of the Far Cry games. You know how you can heal yourself partially?
Yeah.
Push bolts out of your wounds to the other side of your arm.
That sounds brutal.
Yeah, that was something like
I'm sorry. Last time I checked, these weren't arrowheads.
yeah, or like realigning your broken arm or getting like a piece of rebar out of your leg. That was all in like Far Cry 2.
Jesus.
Are you trying to make me aroused?
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Yeah.
Then I'll say it
Dungeon
again.
Snow
Are
says
you
I
trying to...
Yeah, Dungeon Snow says I greatly prefer a buy over loot box unless the box is free. Kind of like League of Legends model. Duchess, what do you know about League of Legends approach to loot boxes?
Beginning ring countdown.
I don't play League of Legends, so I
I'm-
can't really say.
yeah.
You're also not Duchess.
I'm asking her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Duchess just said something, and I just like took notice. Sorry, I didn't
Oh,
respond.
sorry.
Sorry, I didn't respond in time. Just like,
In time when we that she left.
yeah, I think she's still around. It's like the message like popped out. Didn't see it on the screen, but it is on the chat. Oh, I'm all. What do you think of like the season pass instead of like all the loot boxes? I kind of like that approach.
It seems that now a lot of games are starting to shift more into the subscription area, which is, I saw Gamer Over 30 saying in the Discord with Star Wars Squadrons, which is definitely going to be something that's going to be a big thing for EA Origins Premier, which is for PC, and so it'll probably be tracked more so by how many people are playing it rather than games being sold, which was how Xbox decided the success of The Outer Worlds, because it saw very high engagement numbers on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, speaking of Game Pass, so is Minecraft Dungeons. I see a hostile.
There's someone over there.
Yeah.
Okay, they randomly drop after matches, and playing or teammates playing well can unlock keys for the chest. But also, you can just go in and buy almost any skin directly. That's
There they are. They're over there.
yeah, that's kind of what Gears 5 did. Now I think about it.
It does do that. The problem is a lot of those games end up usually being closer to sort of timed-esque exclusives where they're able to be done through a certain amount of playtime when the operation goes, but then after the operation's out, it's a very unlikely case of where you'll be able to get them later. It's why I would
by
prefer
daylight,
if
you can go back to previous chapters basically and do them all. You just don't get the for the archive chapter, not necessarily the season pass. You can get at least the stuff in the archive chapters.
So that's why I usually end up not liking when it's something like that. I would just prefer that, at least though when it comes to older stuff, the game would at least allow me to have some other means of obtaining it. Even if it was just like a, oh hey though, like, you can get this, but you have to pay whatever it is, so it'll only be like $5 or $10 for it, which I'd be like, fine, I don't mind.
Recharging shields.
Well, at least we're in the rain.
Bam! Bam!
Get the fuck inside!
Oh shoot, I mistimed it.
Oof.
Mama's got a brand new bag.
Frag out.
Okay, so this is glass, good.
Poke the shields.
Send it a decoy. Okay, wait, how do I know that I'm not the decoy?
What, in the shield?
This is dream within a dream.
I poke the shields. I was like,
Oh no, never mind, it's just a little bit ahead of us. Seems the person is basically in their shield thing. I'm gonna keep them occupied. I'm gonna try to sneak around them.
all right. I'll do what I can.
Shit, the person fell back.
Okay, get back.
Check your sectors.
Oh god.
Another squad
Well,
incoming.
okay. I guess she has teammates for support.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Got me.
Damn it.
I'm down.
I'm coming.
On my way. Don't drive in position. Taking fire.
All right. Where are you? Oh.
Yeah, don't heal me yet.
I got you.
Cover us
Hold
while
on,
I
need to
heal.
heal.
Okay. Give me a second.
Ah, so
I'm healing
invisible.
myself.
Recharging my shield.
Oh, fuck.
You know, being invisible while I pick someone else up doesn't really work well when you're just gonna sit there and be the big target anyway.
Hold tight.
Got bamboozled. Look at you. You got bamboozled.
Jesus! Kitty fucking Christ!
Just relax. I got everything under control.
Alright, so for your last code. Never mind.
Between life and death.
That was chaotic. Oh, you got 2 kills. Nice. That was certainly chaotic.
Anyway, we've got to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah. I'll see if anyone
Cool.
is streaming. Anyone is streaming. Yeah, we got some stuff to do. It's been great talking to you guys.
Yeah, certainly been great talking with you.
Now let's see who's on. The gaming author is doing their thing with Control. Oh, I got that game. I think my brother got it. Still, I'm gonna rate them and get them the cavalry. Anyway, have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, have a good night, guys, and talk to you later.
Good night. Oh, good day.